What is your 1953 quarter worth? In this video, we're going to go over everything you need to know about your rare 1953 Washington quarter. So strap in and let's hop right into this video with this first coin. It is a 1953 D 25-cent Washington quarter. Now, the interesting thing about this coin is that it is a mint air, and it's a really small detail you need to look out for. But first, let's look at the back bottom center of this coin where the D mint mark is located. Now, that D mint mark on the back bottom center is standing for the Denver Mint, where this coin was produced. Now, this is a double die reverse meaning the back of the coin. So here's a small detail I want you to pay attention to. If you have a 1953 Washington quarter, look for this. So look on the back top area of your coin. You're going to be looking at the words United. That is mainly where I'm seeing the doubling happening on this specific coin, especially around the D, E, and T. You can see pretty clearly that there is a little bit of doubling happening there. Do understand that the more clear and defined the doubling is on your coin, typically speaking, the more money it's going to be worth. Doubled die coins like this can fetch a pretty penny in auction houses. This example sold for $70. Here's a 1953 D over S 25-cent Washington quarter. Now, this one got graded by PCGS at a mint state 65. That's a pretty high grade for this specific coin. So what do we want to be looking for on this Washington quarter? Well, once again, we are going to go to the back bottom center of this coin, and we're going to zoom in and look very closely at that mint mark. So as NGC has described, this is a D over S mint mark, meaning that there is a over mint mark in that area. All you need to know really is the fact that if you have a 1953 D coin, look very closely at that mint mark, because it could mean you have some rare air like this one worth $240. Only going up in value here, $384 for this little quarter. It is a 1953 S 25-cent Washington quarter. This is a mint air. Why? Because it was struck on a 10-cent thickness stock weighing 5.3 grams. Typically, a Washington quarter will weigh 5.67 grams, but like I said, this one weighs 5.3 grams, so the weight is incorrect. That is why it is very, very important for you to get a scale to weigh your coins. Now, if you want to know the tools that I use, you can check out the supplies link down below and pick up your scale via those links, or if you just have a scale laying around at home, that will do just fine. Understand that the weight of your coin can really have an impact on the value. Also, remember, the US Mint has a 10% acceptability variation when it comes to the weight. That means the coin can weigh 10% more or less and still be within the acceptable range for your coin. Because this one was struck on a 10-cent thickness stock, this 25-cent coin was able to sell for $384. Here we have a 1953 25-cent doubled die obverse. So obverse means the front of the coin. This one got graded by PCGS at a proof 68. It sold for nearly $500. So a few things here. First of all, this is a proof coin. So proof coins are produced in a different manner than regularly mint stated coins. So proof coins are done one by one by mint employees, and the general purpose of them is so they have a perfect designed coin that just looks beautiful and is intended to be sold to the collectors. Now, back in the day, they made proof coins for a different reason, mainly to see if there's any imperfections on the hubs and to see just how beautiful the coin should be looking before they went ahead and started producing them in mass quantities. So proof coins are produced in a higher pressure situation. That's how they're able to get this sort of shine to them. You can tell if you have a proof coin by looking at the field or the backdrop of the coin. Now, the backdrop of the coin is going to look more like a mirror, and you'll be able to see your reflection quite well. It's one thing to look out for, as well as the fact that there are people out there that will see videos like ours and try to take advantage of people. So what they'll do is they will polish a coin really heavily to try to replicate the fact that the coin looks like a proof coin, when in reality it's not. Also understand that finding a proof coin like this out in circulation is near impossible, and if you do, it's going to be really beat up and worn down. Now, that does not mean that you can't find these out there. Like, the biggest thing I tell people is look for them in collections. If you inherit a collection or it's passed down from a previous generation, You could find these coins in a collection at a garage sale or at an estate sale. They're out there, guys, and there are people all day long turning 25-cent coins into hundreds or thousands of dollars. All right, so this coin is really, really cool. It is a coin that you can find more than likely out there in pocket change. Such a cool variety we have here. So this is what we call a dropped D mint mark on the reverse of the coin. So it is a D mint marked coin standing for the Denver Mint. This 1953 Washington quarter has that dropped D. Now it is very apparent there. You're going to be looking at the top right side of the R in quarter. You can see the D mint mark looks like it got dropped down below. Very unique, very cool, not something that you see too often. So if you have a 1953 quarter, you want to be looking for that dropped D mint mark on this coin, because this NGC graded Mint State 65 coin was able to sell online for $552. Wow, so many different varieties here. I love it. This is a 1953 25-cent re-engraved tail feathers coin. So this Washington quarter coin got graded by PCGS at a proof 67. So let's go ahead and flip the coin over. Look on the back of this coin. You're going to be looking at the tail feathers, okay? So sometimes when these coins are being produced, the hubs and the dies that strike them are going to get worn down, and sometimes an engraver will need to re-engrave certain parts of these machineries. Why? Because they just simply get worn down, and they want to have higher quality when it comes to the production of these coins. So the tail feathers below the feet there were re-engraved. If you have a coin that looks like this, you want to possibly get it evaluated by multiple people. Okay, the last thing you want to do is accidentally sell a coin like this for too little amount of money. Now what we recommend is, like I said, getting the opinion of multiple coin shop owners or coin dealers before you sell the coin. Now if they all tell you the same thing, there's a good chance they're telling you the truth and they're not trying to scam you and rip you off. Now one thing I would avoid is going to a pawn shop, because they will take advantage of you. Now if you haven't done it already, we have a completely free coin and currency ebook down below that's going to get you started on your journey with numismatics. Now because this coin has a re-engraved tail feathers on the back, it sold for $630. Wow, look at this coin, $1,320 for this 1953 25-cent Washington quarter. This coin surprisingly got graded by NGC at a Mint State 68. For those of you that don't know, that is only 2 points away from the perfect grade of 70. Pretty astonishing, if you ask me. Now, to point out the elephant in the room, what is going on with this coloration on the coin? Well, this is what we call toning. It's a naturally occurring oxidation process that happens depending on where the coin is stored. So the air is going to oxidize with the metals, causing this look. It all really depends on the type of metal the coin is and what sort of chemicals are in the air reacting with the metal. I hope that made sense. Understand this. Toning like this can either increase or decrease the value of the coin based upon the eye appeal. So if a collector thinks this coin looks really, really nice and they want it in their collection, they're going to pay more for it versus if they thought it was unattractive or they really didn't want it. There are collectors out there that specifically only collect toned coins. Now, one thing you need to be really careful of is people, once again, will see videos like ours and say, hey, I can get a normal 1953 coin and just tone it with some different processes to make this happen, and then I can sell it online for a lot of money. The problem is, one, that's deceptive and it's not a good practice to be doing, and two, a grading company like NGC or PCGS is pretty good at identifying artificially toned coins, but this one is most definitely a naturally toned coin, and that is why it sold for $1,320. $2,880 for this beauty. It's a 1953 D 25-cent Washington quarter. This one got graded by PCGS at a Mint State 67 plus with a CAC sticker. Holy cannoli. This coin is beautiful. Look at the rainbow toning going on this specific coin. There's a few other indicators I want to show you here. First of all, this coin got graded at the 67 plus. Now that plus sign is given by a grader when they say, hey, this coin looks really, really good. Now, if it is close to getting to the next grade at that 68, but it's not quite there, they may give it the plus sign saying, hey, this is just a really, really nice 67. There's also one more thing on this coin, and that is the CAC sticker, which is that little green bean you see there on the holder. So after the coin is graded, what you'll do is you will send it off to a company called CAC. Now, you only really want to do this if the coin is relatively valuable. The CAC sticker will dramatically increase the value of the coin if you are able to achieve it. Now, not all coins that you send into CAC will get the CAC sticker. They don't give it to every single coin. Only the coins that look really nice for the grade. There's a good probability that if you got a plus sign from NGC or PCGS, that you will also get a CAC sticker. It may sound a bit monotonous and silly, but the reality is the collector industry when it comes to coins are really into this sort of thing, and they will pay a premium when it comes to the CAC sticker. We hope you enjoyed this video. Get your completely free coin and currency ebook down below, and we'll see you in the next video.